Big Bend National Park by
Maggie Dixon and
Julia Gell.
Today you will be learning about Big Bend National Park and its tourism, landforms, and history.
Big Bend National Park is located at One Panther Drive in Texas, zip code 79834. The park is also 1,251 square miles. The average number of people that come per year is 316,953 people.
Now let's talk about the tourism. First, there is 801,163 acres of river, canyons, deserts, and mountains with lots of wildlife and lots of outdoor activities.
I even heard it was rated 4.9 stars out of 5 on Google. You can go horseback riding. You can also hike on over 66 trails. Plus, you can birdwatch, sightsee, and you can also do bicycle tours on mountains.
The history of the park is that 250 million years ago, the North American plate and the South American plate crashed together in a big bang.
Did you know plate tectonics are Earth's outer layer that is made up of large, gigantic moving pieces? Plus, all of Earth's landforms in water, they sit on the plates. The plates are made up of solid rock, and the plates are constantly moving.
The plates move because of all the intense heat inside the Earth caused the mantle to move. It moves when more minerals rise, cool, and eventually sink back down. The process is called convection cell.
Now, let's talk about the landforms. One landform that is in the Big Bend National Park is the Chisos Mountains.
The Chisos Mountains were formed when rock slid into a normal fault. A fault is a fracture in the Earth's crust.
A normal fault is when the hanging wall is lower than the footwall. The hanging wall is the piece of land that rests on top of the footwall. The footwall is like the base for a hanging wall.
Another landform in the Big Bend National Park is the Chihuahuan Desert Flats. Flats are just like plateaus. A plateau is an area that is relatively high off the ground.
The Chihuahuan Desert Flats are 175,000 square miles, and it's most of Mexico and bigger than California. Can you believe it?
The Chihuahuan Desert Flats have only been in existence for about 8,000 years.
Only? That's a lot of years.
Not really. When you think about it, Earth's been around for 4.54 billion years, so 8,000 is pretty young.
The Chihuahuan Desert Flats were formed because in the 1850s, north in the desert, a quick change was happening. Grass is growing nonstop, almost to the belly of a horse.
This process is called desertification. Desertification is the process where fertile land becomes desert. It typically results in a drought, deforestation, or inappropriate agriculture.
But later in those years, all of the grass shriveled up and fell apart. It was too sunny for the grass to handle the pressure. It happened because the ecological system where it's located.
Another landform that is in the Big Bend National Park is the Rio Grande.
It is located southern of the Rocky Mountains of Colorado. It is 2,000 miles away from the Gulf of Mexico. It also lies in 3 great well-known canyons, the Santa Elena, the Morris Scout, and the Boquillas.
The river also has multiple uses. Some of these uses are power generation, recreation, and use for flood controls.
The river was made because over time, oceans recycled the eroded sediments from the mountain, forming the limestone ranges near Persimmon Gap, Boquillas, and Santa Elena. During Big Bend volcanic era, magma caused huge steam explosions when it reached the water.
It rearranged the landscape and created new rock. The erosion can be seen as what we now know as the Rio Grande. Erosion is the process of being eroded by wind, water, or other natural causes.
Well, I would want to go to that park, Maggie, would you?
Yeah, definitely, Julia.
Thanks for stopping by our class.